everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here to do the next episode for Obsessed with Katty and Christy. This week we are using this very pretty blue teal color with a little stripe. This is an excellent journaling piece, I find. This really fun yellow, geometric, the blue striped, and these really fun cameras. So those are the 4 pieces. I do have 2 of them in 12 by 12. This one is usable because I don't see myself using that back, but this one has that beautiful floral, and I'm not exactly sure if I want to take advantage of a whole sheet when I want this back piece. So I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna go with it. There is a challenge that we've issued to each other for this as well, where we're going to follow last month's Mercy Tierra, her blog, the 27-day challenge blog. Last month's challenge in January was to do at least 3 new to you techniques. We decided that the chances of us having 3 new techniques were probably a little bit more on the slimmer side because we do scrapbook a lot, so we do a lot of techniques, but we have each issued each other a challenge. So Katty has suggested that I do mixed media and something other than teal, because that's my go-to is to use teal. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't even know where to begin with this, but this is what I'm starting with. I have a few photos. I really think I'm going to lean towards this one, but I also have some of my son looking out the window on a rainy day. The first month he was born, his newborn photo. I was thinking about a photo of me here, but you know what? With the green, I don't think it matches. And I also have his photos for school, but I don't really want to highlight the fact that he's holding an egg, like a surprise egg in his hand, and I don't really want to highlight that. So I think it will very much be this photo, and it's going to just be a layout about his crazy blue eyes. He has the bluest eyes. And I just want to document that. It's not a story I've told yet. And after flipping through his album, it's something I definitely want to mention. So this is the photo I think I'm going to use, and it plays off really well with this yellow. And we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do some mixed media in yellow. Yeah, that would be kind of interesting. So I'll get you on fast forward, and let's see what crazy mixed media I can do that's not teal. All right, guys, thanks.
Alright, so here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my colorings from Shimmers, and this is the Mandarin Mai Tai. I love this color. It is my new favorite, and I'm not even that big a fan of yellow. And what I'm going to do is paint 3 yellow and then leave a white. So this is that really pretty striped paper, the navy striped, and remember my challenge here is I have to do some form of mixed media and something other than teal. So yellow is going to be my choice here. I love the way it turned out. It looks really, really neat. I'm just going to clean up my desk, and then I'm going to get started. I have this photo, and this is the photo I decided to go with of my son. So we're going to be talking about his baby blue eyes, because wow, does this little boy have blue, blue eyes. And I really liked how it played off of the yellow. I'm going to kind of play around here and just figure out placement. I struggled with this layout, not because the paper was a problem or anything like that. It's just lately, if you have watched my last 3 process videos, basically, I have been struggling. I've lost my mojo, and I don't know why, but it's just gone, and so I've really had to scrap through it, and I am liking the layouts the finished products of the layouts that I'm producing, but instead of it taking me like, this layout technically should have taken me maybe maybe a day and a half. I am that slow sometimes, and I do walk away from things. But this layout took me multiple days, and we ended up, we're posting a whole week late. Like, it's crazy. So I know part of it is a lot has been going on in my personal life with the baby. So officially on medical leave and all of that. And so maybe, and I'm not stressed about it. I'm just a little sad about it. I wasn't ready to go on leave from work. I really like my job. So my assumption is part of it has to do with that. We've had piles and piles of snow the last few days since the beginning of February, and that's been stressing me out. So there's just lots of little things, and I know that's what's going on. So this layout really is not that complicated, but I made it very, very, very complicated. So as you see, I'm just like, oh, I give up. So I went away, came back, worked on my title to figure out what I want to call it. And a very simple and boring title. It's just my blue-eyed boy. I didn't really have anything fancy to go with there. I'm going to paint the word blue with this really pretty blue color. I love to do that with these thickers. These are the thickers from the collection, and they're beautiful. And I really love to paint them to a certain color. This is my thing with it. I like them black and white too, but this is just so much more fun. So I'm doing that. It is a Vibes, and I can't quite remember what it's called. I am also going to bring in my colorings, that Mandarin Mai Tai again, and color that in the boy and the Mai. And I'm just going to paint it to turn green for a minute. I didn't wipe my brush off well enough, but as soon as you dab it, it's so light, which is the whole point anyways, that it's not a big deal. So I'm just going to do that, which is another form of mixed media that is not in teal. That blue is a blue, not a teal. So I'm counting it, and that's me doing mixed media in 2 different ways within my comfort level here. I do it in a third way, which you'll see at the end, and you'll see what a disaster that turned out to be. So, okay, I've got my title down. That's perfect. It's all dry. I know I want it to go right at the top, and I'm now going to work at the bottom here. I'm just going to add a few layers. I'm just bringing basically all the colors and the patterns that I used for the top of there to bring it down to the bottom, including the little cameras, which actual cameras will appear too. I will cut them out. You'll see that at the end, but right now I'm just using it as the cool design here. Again, I'm sorry that it's kind of cut off the bottom. I'm working on this camera angle. I've had to move where I'm scrapping, so it's still kind of a work in progress here. But I'm just kind of humming and hawing here still. I'm not quite sure, but I've come back. I did my journaling and figured out what I wanted to do. I'm going to add a little bit more red because he's holding John's hat, which is red, so it's got to have a little bit. A pop of red in with that heart that was left over from my last video. And this awesome exclamation mark, which is part of the sticker sheet. My son had gotten a hold of it and put it in his mouth, so it's a little worse for wear, but that's okay. And then I am just going to add a few more pieces. There's that yellow camera, like I said, was going to show up there. I did add a little bit of washi from the washi tape book as well. And I'm just going to place this here within a frame, a white frame with black. I did that on the last layout, and I really love the look of it, so I wanted to include that on this one as well. And here you see me just adding some final embellishment, at least what I think is going to be final embellishment, along with this black, this really pretty black strip. Now this strip was from the last episode that I used, and I just liked how it kind of helped tie everything in at the bottom. So I'm pleased with the way it looks. I'm thinking about tracing along the outline, which you're going to see me do here. Just grabbing my Sharpie pen. I don't think I should have done this. I don't know why I didn't think about the fact that all it creates is 2 black lines. And who wants 2 black? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. But take it from me. See my mistake. If you are not a fan of like dual thin black lines like that, don't do it. Just don't do it. But I tried it. I was trying to be a little like sketchy type, kind of like Hannah Lemieux has been doing all the time lately. I love her videos. But it did not work. So take it from me. Don't do it. Okay, so I've come back. thinking about doing a little bit more mixed media here. So I've grabbed those two colors again. I'm going to place it down. It works a little bit. I don't hate this mixed media. It looks neat, but it is where everything goes wrong. And I mean everything goes wrong. I was really careful about making sure I did it in little tiny amounts. And at first it's fine. I do grab my teal as well and bring, it's not teal, it's blue, and bring that back in so that the colors are evenly spread throughout the page. And it's really, really pretty until I go to this upper corner here, and I don't even know if you see it on video or if I stopped it, because watching people do mixed media, especially the packaging technique, if you've seen it, you've seen it. I took it out of my bottle and I completely ruined my entire layout with this mixed media. So I was trying to add just a little bit more, so there was just something else there, and just pop it off because the white was a little boring. Let's be honest, I do a lot of layouts with white, and I was just trying to create a neat layout that kind of worked within the colors and was working, and it's just not going to. So as you watch me do all this horrible mixed media, that's all going to get erased. Don't forget to go and check out Katty's take on this video. I challenged her to use journaling on her layout, so definitely go check that out. So I've missed that mixed media. I've covered it up. I'm just showing you how much I absolutely hate it, and I'm going to tear it apart. And then here's my finished layout. I switched it for another sheet of Dear Lizzy pattern paper with no more mixed media, and I'm so much happier with it. So thanks everyone so much for watching, and we'll be back next time.